Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here. We have the new local church Bible publishing, not church Bible publishing, which I like too, but local church Bible publishing sermon notebook. Now, it's called sermon notebook. You can obviously use it for anything. Let me just open it up. Now, the reason I use these is because I do teach and preach out of them and use these, like this one I'm using for research. I'm writing down different thoughts and this type thing. Is the lines in the notebook are the widest I can find. I've had people say, well, you need to get the Allen goatskin. So I got an Allen goatskin and paid too much. I think it was Allen, not a Skylar goatskin. I love the size, but the writing, the lines are too thin. So then people are like, well, just write over 2 lines. Well, you know, I was taught in first grade not to do that. So it's very difficult teaching this old dog new tricks. Now, there are some differences between this one and the old one, and I will show you those differences, some good, some bad. Now, this one I have been using since August 16th, it looks like. Maybe even before that. Yeah, August 16th of 2015. So over 4 years. Now, I did take a break. The reason I took a break is because local church quit publishing them, and I tried to go to another one because I want to have consistency. When they got them back, I did order several. I say several, just a few actually. And so the first difference is this is the imitation fall leather that you can just fold up, and I love it because it had the design on the front. First of all, that's for grip, because especially if you're a Pentecostal preacher like me, you sweat. And secondly, it lets you know immediately what it is, you know. So it was just fantastic. Whereas now, and some of you will probably like this better, they're using Cowhide, real honest Cowhide. I'm not sure where the Cowhide comes from. You could search the local church Bible publishing website and find out where the Cowhide comes from. Now, something else, let me just show you something similar, is the decorative head and tail bands, as you can see. And I do like the black and gold design there. Now, it doesn't look like it has quite the yap. Now, let me get into something I don't like. Something I don't like is you will notice this has a ribbon marker. Very helpful. I actually wish it had 2 ribbon markers. The new one over here on my right does not have a ribbon marker. So that's kind of a minus. They are just about identically the same size. Now, I say that the book block is actually a different size. It's the same size on, you know, as far as just size and on all this type thing, almost, but the bigger, yeah, the book block is bigger in the new one, but I do think it's the exact same number of pages. They're just wonderful. They're the best I found, and like to just carry with you, like with my Bible. I mean, they just make a good pair together. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in my one I started in 2015, I still got several pages left in there. I had somebody the other day, they said, well, how do you find your old sermons? I'm like, well, I almost never preach the same thing twice. I'm not against it, but that's just me. That's who I am. It's like I'm teaching science in the Bible next week at Indiana Bible College. I'll rewrite the class. That's just how I roll. And that's not good. But anyhow, it doesn't roll up. It's not as flexible as the old one. So, but I highly recommend it. It's a great thick piece of leather. As a matter of fact, the leather reminds me of the leather on a Premier Study Bible, which is a premium Cowhide leather from Nelson. As a matter of fact, when I got it, I wondered if they got it from the same place. It looks like, again, from the Nelson, they have this, what do they call it? A signature series. Lifetime warranties, you know, it's ultra premium Bibles, thin lines like 99, reference Bible's like $149, and a study Bible is up above that, same kind of leather, and they're $25. So you're not going to find something for this quality, to my knowledge, anywhere. Local church is a ministry, so they're doing it at cost. They're doing everything at cost, just what they have to do it. And I know a lot of people have migrated from local church to church Bible publishing, and I think somehow, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not independent Baptist, but somehow church came out of local church Bible publishing. I use them both. I like them both. Somebody's told me recently the local church Bible publishing quality has gone down. This is the first thing I purchased from them just because of finances and need for a very long time, a couple years maybe, except for the sermon notebooks, the old ones, and then when they came out with the new ones in Cowhide. But again, I use them just because of the spacing on the inside. And one of our viewers, and thank you very much, I'm not sure that I even got their name, sent me this really cool deal. Let's see if I can see who it's from. It is Graphic Arts Combo Ruler with E-scale, 16th, picas, points, agate scales, percentage, and proofreader marks, 12-inch. I may do a review just on this ruler at some point. That's why I had that out there. But it is absolutely ultra cool. So let's see if I can get the dimensions here. It says it is 8 3/4 inches high, 8 3/4 inches high by 6 inches wide. And let's see, but it's not going to let me do my depth because it doesn't start right on the end. So we'll just have to pull out the other trusty ruler, and it's 3/4 of an inch thick, which I didn't think it was that thick. I'll just tell you that. So great local church Bible publishing, sermon notebook. But again, if you're not a preacher, not a teacher, if you just want to use it for journaling, diaries, whatever, just writing stuff down, you're not going to find better than this. Something else too, and I really haven't taken the time to really break it in like I'd want to, but it doesn't lay flat in the front, which is a negative, but not far from the front it begins to lay flat. But neither do these. I'll just tell you, this one, it took me several months to break this in, and it's still not laying flat in the front. So, that's how it is. And the pages are rather opaque, so not a lot of bleed, not a lot of ghosting through there. So I just highly recommend this if you have any use at all for something like this. And let's just keep loving Jesus, preaching the gospel. So God bless. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.